This being one of Owosso's oldest homes, one of the first 200 homes ever built in Owosso. It's located on top of the hill, just north of the Kerwood Castle, at what is reportedly as being the highest point in Owosso on the Shiawassee River. Legend has it that under this tree is where Chief Owosso is buried. This home, which has sat here for all these years, was part of a package that was deeded to Baker College in Owosso. Baker is now planning on tearing the house down. They have no present uses for the property, but they want to tear the house down. Local historical preservationists want to take the home and redo it and would like to buy the home. Baker says that when George Hottie deeded this to them, that cannot be sold. However, a prominent attorney in Owosso has said that is not the case and that they can deed off and sell this corner lot.
Hey.
Yes.
Are you in Owosso? Do you live in Owosso?
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay. I was going to tell you about the house a little bit.
Oh, well,
I didn't
thanks.
know if you were a tourist.
No, I'm Friends Community News and Views. We're doing a story on the home.
Oh, okay. Yeah, why? I mean, it's a beautiful house. Everybody knows what it is.
They're tearing it down next week.
No.
Yes, Baker College owns the building, and they decided that they want to tear it down.
Well, why? I mean,
Don't know. It's one of the first 200 homes built in Owosso. It's a historical home. It's a beautiful home, and they could deed off the one corner and sell it, according to a prominent local attorney. But instead, Baker wants to keep it and just tear it down and have a vacant lot.
So they're not going to rebuild?
Apparently, at this time, what we are hearing is no, they just want to tear it down and have a vacant lot.
Isn't there any historical commission that can block that? Or
No,
can they stop
no. Technically, they own the house, and they can do with the house what they want. This is not a historical district. Say downtown, you couldn't tear down a building downtown in the main business area because it's historic. In this area, you can buy up a house and destroy it. So,
You know, George Hottie, he built Baker College, as far as I know, and I think he would be rolling over in his grave.
a lot of
He
people.
knew they were going to tear down this house. He could have tore it down years ago.
Well, he
But
didn't.
He chose to preserve it.
He did. He chose to preserve it. And if I don't know whether you know this or not, here's a historical point. See the tree over there, the tall tree right on the corner? That is where Chief Owosso is rumored to be buried.
That's why I asked if you were from Owosso, because I was going to point out that tree, because I
Yes.
know it's anybody who comes by, they'd like to hear the history and know.
So your neighbors?
The tree can't go down.
So are you?
We live right across the street.
So what do you think about this?
Well, I'm devastated. Rosemary's lived here longer than I have, and I'm sure she'd agree with us. You don't want him to take down that tree or that house, do you?
No.
No.
I've been here 45 years.
There you go.
But I've been reading about it. I understand the dilemma.
Right. It's coming down Monday.
Or sometime next week, they're saying.
Okay, so the Argus was here. Like I said, I've been home and I've seen people coming and looking at it, so.
Yes.
But no, wouldn't miss it in the neighborhood.
How long have you lived here?
I've lived here 10, 12 years.
Uh-huh. How have you lived in Owosso most of your life?
All of my life.
Uh-huh. And you remember this house always back in the years? Yes.
Yeah.
Would you say that this is a gem of Owosso?
I would. I would. And the people that owned it prior to Baker were gems. I worked with Mr. Hottie's daughter, Becky Smith. I'm just devastated once the family finds out what's going to happen. They're not going to like it. I wish there was more we could do.
Thank you. As you've heard from some of the neighbors in the neighborhood, they're not really happy that this house is coming down. Neither is the historical district, the historic commission, or 90% of all that have contacted us regarding this story. The late industrialist George Hottie owned this whole block. The house that we're looking over at right now used to belong to James Oliver Curwood, noted author of Owosso, from Owosso. And as I look around this block, all of these homes were bought by George Hottie in wanting to save. On his death, he had given the property to Baker College. Baker College has decided that they no longer want this 150, 160-year-old home and want it down. They say they cannot sell it. A prominent attorney has said that is not the case, and they can. So, if Baker has their way, this is maybe one of the last videos that you'll ever see of this house. For they tried to get a dozing permit this past week and come in and do it before the neighborhood knew what was going on. The demolition crew found out that Owosso does things a little bit different, and they had to get some more permits than what they were normally accustomed to. So it had to wait for another week. Baker now says that, yes, they are going ahead, and they are going to tear this building down. The neighbors asked the question, why? Why not just sell the block? Or this corner lot? Baker has no comment. If you'd like to see this home before it's destroyed, located on the corner of Pine and West Williams, just a block off of North M52, just north of the river, in Owosso, Michigan. And if you stop by, why not pay a little respect and say hello to Chief Owosso, who has been underneath this tree for over 100 years.